Each morning, real setups are broken down with entry strategies and technical reasoning behind every trade. This is today's best trade setups with Verified Investing.
Welcome to today's best trade setups. My name is Benjamin Poole, head trader here at Verified Investing. Silver has been extremely volatile lately. It had a nice 5% fall today. Actually, it was over a 5% fall after a nice reversal yesterday. Had a good bid, and now it's falling again today. I have a key technical trend line that I am monitoring on the SLV chart as well as silver itself. This could be an opportunity for the buy the dippers to bid this back up. If this upsloping trend line breaks, there's a lot further downside. I'm also going to do a couple of different charts that we've been monitoring for some time, which is ORCL as well as AVGO, and a couple different charts in addition to those. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over silver chart first. So yesterday I gave you a short level at $69.66. This was a Fibonacci retracement of the 786 retracement of this wide range green bar candle and then this nice fall. And I said if price gets up there, I've got the $69.66 level and then additional resistance at $71.12 at this gap fill. Now it had a great fall after this bid to the upside, and now it's currently trading at $65.64 on the chart of SLV. So for me, an aggressive level would be $63.65. You've got not only this pivot here, but the beginning of this wide range green bar candle. It should give a lot of support in this area. Let's go ahead and jump over to the silver chart. This is what I'm monitoring. You've got this low pivot from the 21st of November, 2025. Secondary hit right here. Third hit here on the 9th of December. Fourth hit, actually the fourth hit here. Fifth hit. This would be the sixth hit of this upswing trend line on silver right at $70.18. And if you notice on the SLV chart, that gets you about down to the $63.65 level, which is why I think this would be a great long level for those buy the dippers to step up and bid this to the upside. If we continue up a little bit higher, we have this gap in the charts sitting right here at $68.96 on the chart of SLV. So that could be a good shortable level, knowing that I've got this double top or this gap in the charts at $71.12. We have been monitoring ORCL for quite some time now. It does look to be breaking this downsloping trend line. Let's go ahead and jump into the charts so that way we can see what I'm noticing. It hasn't confirmed yet, though. So we've got this downsloping trend line that connects the highs from the 16th of October. Secondary pivot. This is where I'm connecting the trend line or drawing my trend line from these two pivots. Now, this is the third hit. Got rejected a little bit, got above it. Now we've closed actually above this downsloping trend line. We haven't confirmed it. What I'm looking for is a price to close above $201.99. That's an aggressive shortable level. There should be some people who are interested in exiting their trade if they got in around $180.04. So that should drive the price down a little bit. I would be looking for a 1 to 2% pullback from this level. If we start getting price action above $201.99, I have this wide range green bar candle, also this wide range red bar candle as additional resistance. So for me, my first shortable level today would be $210.57 on a 15-minute closing basis. If we do close above that level, I would exit the trade, knowing that we've got an additional gap in the charts at $223.14 and then I could re-enter this trade. Oracle isn't super volatile lately. Really, none of the stocks are. Really, we just have natural gas and silver at the moment. But we're still monitoring this for a potential breakout of this downsloping trend line for an additional move to the upside. Or AVGO is another one that had broken an upsloping trend line to the downside. We're still looking at a retrace to the scene of the crime. Here's this trend line that I was mentioning that it broke. This connects to April lows, secondary pivot high, pivot low from the 21st of November. If price gets right up to about $361.78, this is where price should get rejected. Not only is it would be the hit of the underbelly of this upsloping trend line break, but it's also this wide range red bar candle where there's a lot of people who are sitting in here who are long in this trade and are looking to exit at a slight break even or slight loss. So again, $361.78 is where my shortable level is today. On the flip side, if we do get a sell-off in AVGO, which isn't very likely, I have my long level at this gap in the charts sitting at $329.88, knowing I've got an additional gap in the charts at $306.21. So depending on which way the stock market decides it wants to go, this could be on the radar today. Baidu was another stock we were mentioning. I was going to short it at $137.90 yesterday, with an additional short level here at $140.23. Those of you who are aggressive, here's a previous gap in the charts. It's not a current gap in the charts because we've already gapped above that, but this is still a pretty aggressive level, and you should get a nice bounce at $130.07. However, for me today on BIDU, I'm looking at $126.80 for an entry on a long trade if we can get a nice little sell-off. Nvidia hasn't been doing a whole lot as of late. However, I've still got a nice resistance level if price action wants to head higher. And then if it wants to head lower, $180.99 is a great long level for me. Let's go ahead and jump into that chart. $193.59 is this wide range red bar candle, as well as this secondary pivot low right here. And then you've got this wide range red bar candle here as well, that price action is trying to reattack over and over again to the upside. I don't see it getting up there before it gets rejected at $193.59, knowing that I've got this gap in the charts on Nvidia at $199.05. So this would be an additional short level. I would dollar cost average probably add here and then add again at $199.05. On the downside, for some reason, if we get a sell-off, you want to be prepared. My long level is $180.99, knowing that I've got additional support at $174.14, as well as this wide range green bar candle that people are likely to decide to enter the trade off of a decent sell-off today. Okay, the SMH is another chart that we're monitoring. Got this nice upswing trend line that we did have it breaking at one point. Now I've actually readjusted this upswing trend line to coordinate with this low pivot here on the charts. You still have an aggressive level if we can get up to this gap in the charts at $370.89, and then $374.10 is an additional gap that needs to be filled. Once it does that, then we can have an additional sell-off. Those of you who are aggressive, if we get a little bit of a sell, $356.23 would be your first long level, knowing that you could drop a little bit lower to this gap in the charts at $347, and then this low pivot, $339.24. MU, it tried several times to get up to that $300 whole round number. It consolidated, got to 298. But then got a nice rejection, put in a miniature topping tail. So if you guys are swing traders, this would be a great opportunity for you to take advantage of the topping tail. You would want to wait for a 50% retracement, enter that trade there. And if the topping tail, if price action closes above the topping tail on a daily closing basis, you can either exit the trade or look for additional resistance. Let's go ahead and look at where that resistance would be. First level is $300.27, but because it got so close already yesterday, this wouldn't be as strong of a resistance. Your 50% Fibonacci retracement would be sitting right here about 295.64. But for me, my first shortable level today would be $310.05. If we get a sell-off in MU, 265.92 is that first long level, with a secondary long level at $248.55. HPQ is another stock that it's not really moving. It's almost down 40% from the recent all-time highs. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the charts and show you where a potential long level is for me on this stock. $21.50 is that long level. You've got this wide range green bar candle that people were in it, probably took profits a couple different times. And then when price action gets back into this, because this goes back to the lows of April, they're looking at this as an opportunity to get in for this trade for a long position. So for me, I would be looking at $21.50 on a 15-minute closing basis. If we do close below that, price action is likely to come back down to this double bottom area at $21.24. If that fails too, then the price action of HPQ is probably likely to go even lower than that and continue to sell off right now, or if it does close below that. So thank you so much for joining me 8:45 on this slow Wednesday right before or right on New Year's Eve. I want to wish you guys a happy new year. We'll see you guys in the charts on Friday. Please join me 8:45. Gareth Soloway is going to be covering a couple different things in less than 5 minutes on my trading game plan. You don't want to miss that. If you guys are getting something out of this, please make sure you're liking, you're following, and subscribing so that way they can get this market information as well if it's beneficial to you. And again, thanks again, and we'll see you guys next time in the charts. You guys have a great rest of your day and take care.